Racing games are pretty demanding. It's often assumed that racing games are light and easy to show off. And while close tracks do give an advantage, open world, simulation calculation, high speed texture streaming, and super large draw distances, well, they say otherwise. The amount of times we've played a racing game and dropped through the floor, I don't want to admit it. Which is why I'm happy to say this video is sponsored by Asus ROG and Nvidia. My first objective of today, though, is to see ray tracing, because I've never seen it. I actually mostly play games at 60 hertz as well, so we're going to see upwards of 240 hertz with this laptop. So we're going to be trying out a bunch of racing games, and of course, they're all going to be running on this, the Asus ROG Strix Scar 15. Well, it's a bit of a beast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Forza Horizon 5. I wanted to say 4 for some reason, but this game, in case you did not know, has ray tracing. That's on the Xbox Series X, or the best version is on PC. In case you didn't see it, Forza Motorsport, the new one, is coming out, and it's gonna have ray tracing, and it's actually gonna be available on the track as well, which is pretty cool. So the only way to find ray tracing in this game, because I have never seen it before, is, well, in Forza Vista. And just to show you, ray tracing is on high. Okay, I should probably switch to a car that's like really reflective and not matte white. So I wanted to start on the inside. This is probably one of the easier reflections in my head because it's not in the outside environment. However, you can already see how the lighting hits the windows. It's not something that you normally expect to see. Like, it's just so freaking real. Like, I don't know. The only time I've ever really seen ray tracing is when I've been looking at like a static picture or something, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, well, yeah, this is pretty freaking cool. Something I really love is, like, you can see the skylights, the little dotted lights in the paint on this car. And this is fully carbon. Of course, it is glossy carbon, but of course, that just a little detail of the lights flickering around. Again, welcome to a very nerdy video. For those of you who don't know, I should probably explain what ray tracing is. So essentially, it is a way for light to simulate a lot more realistically in games. And of course, one of the best ways to show that is on car paint. It simulates how light kind of interacts with different types of materials, and car paint, well, this being carbon fiber, maybe less so, super detailed reflections in terms of the lighting, and yeah, it looks pretty freaking cool. I want to do something to this car just so we can see the reflections, really play with it. I'm gonna make it chrome. I'm sorry, it hurts me inside. However, I need to see those reflections. There we go. It's literally a mirror. This is genuinely just a mirror. I don't even need to look around the map. I just look into the car. Really freaking cool. Yep. Very cool. And of course, this laptop has no problem showing this stuff because it actually has a 3080 Ti in it. In there. Meaning I don't need to choose between ray tracing and frame rates. I can have it all. Okay, that was pretty cool. But I play more Need for Speed. What can it do for me there? Welcome to Need for Speed Heat. Now, this game doesn't have ray tracing, doesn't have DLSS, which is another thing we'll talk about a little later. This game came out without most of that support. But either way, it looks really good. Now, I'm currently playing on the maximum settings at 1440p, and it is holding a pretty damn good frame rate, considering I've also got the Unite mod on, which makes it so much more demanding. And plus, like, racer cars as AI, which really just ups the quality and stuff. Anyway, what's this man doing? Is that you, right? Look at this big old Porsche boy. What's up? Anyway, look at the M3's reflections and stuff. It looks really good. This Unite mod really does something magic to this game. Honestly, really good. Okay, the reason I want to jump into Need for Speed is I have never played this game above 60 frames. My monitor is actually stuck at 60 hertz. And so I thought, why not run it on the laptop screen, which can do 240 hertz. Of course, you can see the frame rates up here, but what I really want to do is lower the quality to about medium. I need 1080p because this game is super unoptimized. I want to see what frame rates we can get. All right, so we've got about, what, 100 here? And let's give it some speed and see exactly what we can get here. Now, again, this is I'm looking at a 60 hertz monitor right now, but what I'm gonna do is go over and look at the laptop in a second and just kind of experience this game at those basically almost double the frame rate that I'm used to. And I'm one of those, like, do you need more than 60? Let's find out. All right, we're playing it. So what am I getting? Like 100 frames? Okay, it's definitely like smoother. For sure smoother. Sometimes the framing kind of gets like thrown off a little bit on Need for Speed Heat, like quite often. This kind of eliminates that, at least like visibly. And that's just 100 frames. Like that's not even 120. That's not 240, for example. So I think, to be honest with you, I really hope the next game has that on every platform, because that's super smooth. What the? Still on medium, back to the game though. Unite definitely looks better when you're on like ultimate. Is this thing wheeling? What a beast. But no, something that Need for Speed Heat struggles with, of course, is, well, it's not massively optimized, so DLSS would definitely help with that. DLSS, in case you didn't know, basically allows you to lower the resolution but not lose quality. You can kind of tell. Right now, I'm running at 1080p. Normally, what I do is 1440p, so quite a bit more. But again, this is a really high-paced game and definitely needs to load very, very quickly. Thankfully, this laptop does have an NVMe SSD, which is, well, ideal when it comes to gaming. Super fast load times. Like, I'm proper nerd for all this stuff, but genuinely, hard drives are like 80 megasecond. The new NVMe SSDs can be like multiple thousands of megs. So it's quite a significant amount faster. And of course, it has DDR5 memory, which, again, the speeds from the get-go just kind of boggle the mind a little bit, considering that we've been stuck on DDR4 for so long. It's another welcome addition and definitely helps with running games super smoothly. And again, racing games, we move so quickly and the games are so detailed, it's definitely gonna help keep that detail all the time. Okay, not all the time, but it's gonna improve the detail so that we can keep it loaded on quicker, faster, and we can see more of the beautiful detail even when we're going 1,000,000 miles an hour, because it tends to be the case. So Need for Speed would definitely benefit from DLSS. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have it, but we do have a game in mind that does have DLSS, and honestly, I think this is probably the biggest demonstration of you need this in your game. And if it's not in all racing games from now on, I'm gonna be a little bit annoyed, to be quite honest. I can't wait to see what Need for Speed does with ray tracing, to be honest. Like, with looking at the night of Need for Speed Heat, welcome to Cyberpunk. It has been a little while since I played this game. I actually got really close to the end, I think, but I have yet to even finish it. However, this game is a technical marvel. It's insanity. Everything is super duper high quality. And of course, it's used as one of those benchmarking games, kind of like back in the day where Crysis, can it run Crysis? Well, can it run this? To start, can I just say, I forgot that they added the LFA noise as this car's engine sound. Pretty freaking cool. Anyway, look at the reflections of the billboards. Look at the reflections of the car lights, the buildings. The reflections in this game are really, really, really good. Now, one thing I want to show you is that this game's been running pretty well, wouldn't you say? Like, nice, smooth. Well, this game has actually been running DLSS, which is, again, it allows you to increase the frame rate without really losing much quality. Now, if I turn DLSS off and press apply, you'll be like, all right, cool. It's going to look probably a bit sharper, isn't it, Theo? Yeah, just a little bit. However, this is the frame rate now. This is the frame rate now. This game is properly demanding. It is extremely demanding. However, it looks fantastic. And of course, I definitely want to have a playable frame rate. So DLSS is for sure. It's something you want to enable. And it's something I want to see in every future title. Please, that would be amazing. Sorry. It's actually not just one setting. There's auto, quality, balance, performance, and ultra performance. Just kind of depends what you're looking for. Let's try quality. So this bumps up the frame rate to a bit more of a playable 35, probably 40 in an area where there's not 1,000,000 cars. But we obviously keep more detail than we did previously. But the reflections on this game are so, so good. Oh, we've gone up to 50 frames here with no traffic. Yeah. Cars, they decide to tank the frame rate quite significantly. However, with DLSS, it's no problem. We're smashing it. Of course, the speed of the cars in a game like this, they always top out super early, and there's a reason they do that. Let's be fair, they are very detailed worlds, and you can get out and, you know, cause havoc if you want to. So all the gameplay you've seen today has been running on the Asus ROG Strix Scar 15. Make sure you check out the link down below in the description if you want to know more about this laptop. It's super cool and I appreciate Asus for doing this so we can actually check out racing games and other car related games running on a laptop to see how they run on a laptop, but also running with ray tracing, because again, I have not seen it in action on the PC side of things, especially with frame rates above 60 hertz. That's just alien to me. Ray tracing is available in quite a few games you may have played. Gran Turismo 7 has its photo mode. Forza Horizon 5 has its garage. We tried this a little bit earlier. Forza Motorsport, we mentioned, is going to have ray tracing on track, so that's going to be really interesting to see. And Need for Speed 2022 surely is going to have some form of it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching my nerdy video. Smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you next time. Peace.